Hey everyone, I know it's been a while since I did a video. The last video was about 2 weeks ago. Reason it's taken me so long to do another video is because I've been quite ill. I've had a cold that has just not shifted, and work has been absolutely hectic. So I haven't had a chance to do any new videos, but this is a what the fuck have I watched or what the fuck have I bought video where I go through the movies that I've ordered in the last month or so, I guess. There were meant to be another 3 that I'd ordered that had come from that I'd ordered from Amazon Germany, but there had been a delay or something. They sent me an email saying that they couldn't deliver the original order, so they've resent them, which are now coming on the 30th, which I'll then now use in the next update. But I got a pretty decent amount of movies this month, which is pretty cool. Some of them are, well, 2 of them are upgrades from previous releases, and some of them are catalogue releases, which are pretty cool. And one of them is an upgrade from a DVD, not an upgrade from a Blu-ray. But I'm going to kick it off with the sort of catalogue releases that I've picked up. The first one is Face Off. Love this movie. John Woo's last great American movie, with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Some of the best 90s action in this film. Great movie. This was like £4 or £5 in CEX, so I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up. In fact, all of these are from CEX. Well, these catalogue releases are from CEX. They're just ones that I'm just adding to the collection that it seems to be constantly growing and growing and growing. So, Face Off is the first one. This is the release from Touchstone Entertainment. Yeah, not bad for £5, £6. Then we have Tremors 2 Aftershocks, the best of the Tremors sequels. I absolutely adore Tremors. I don't know why I never bought the Arrow release, but I do have the Blu-ray, and I have the Attack Pack somewhere, which has the 4 movies in. But yeah, Aftershocks is the best of the sequels, being the direct sequel to the first film starring Fred Ward. Unfortunately, Kevin Bacon is not in this version. Well, this sequel, but it does have Helen Shaver, and it does have Michael Gross back as Bert. Fun movie. Then we have, now, I have a sort of love-hate relationship with this movie. I like it in a way because it's sort of a what's the word for it? Sort of what could have been, as it was originally written by Quentin Tarantino, then rewritten by Oliver Stone. It's Natural Born Killers. This is not the director's cut. This is just the regular theatrical version, I believe. 119 minutes. Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis are exceptionally good in this film. But it's just a bit overblown, a bit weird, and a bit out there. It's hyper violent. Like, the whole sitcom bit with Rodney Dangerfield is a bit weird and kind of sits awkwardly in the film. I don't know. It was £4. I thought, I'll pick it up. I'll give it another watch. It's been a while since I watched Natural Born Killers, so we'll give it a shot. Then we have another decent film I haven't seen for a long, long time. It's Apollo 13, directed by Ron Howard and starring Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise, and Ed Harris. This is the 20th anniversary edition. I don't know why they've said, oh, it's the 20th anniversary edition. Well, there's barely anything on there. The bonus content is Lost Moon, The Triumph of Apollo 13, Conquering Space, The Moon and Beyond, Lucky 13, The Astronaut Story, and 2 commentaries. I remember this being a really, really good film, though, and I'm looking forward to really checking it out again, this time in high definition. And for like £4 in CEX, you can't really go wrong. So there's Apollo 13. The final pickup from CEX is Sam Mendes' brilliant gangster flick, Road to Perdition, based on a graphic novel. I think it was put out by Dark Horse, maybe, or maybe Image, I can't remember. Directed by Sam Mendes, absolutely gorgeous looking movie. Tom Hanks is cast against type as a enforcer for a gangster, played by Paul Newman, I think in his last role. Also has Jude Law and pre-James Bond Daniel Craig in this film. This is a great movie, brilliant gangster film. Should be held up alongside the greats like, maybe not so high as The Godfather and Scarface and those type of movies, but in the same league as like The Untouchables and like Casino, because it's not on the level of Goodfellas, which is like top tier gangster cinema. But still, regardless, Road to Perdition is a beautiful movie. Just really good, and I'm glad to finally pick this up on Blu-ray, because I did have it on DVD. So that's the catalogue releases. Nothing super exciting, just a couple of upgrades from DVD, and didn't really cost a lot of money. So then this next one, I watched this the other night. This is a film I absolutely love. There is a framed poster on the wall just by there, and it is Walter Hill's second film as a filmmaker, as a film director. The first one was a film called Hard Times, which is a film he made with James Coburn and Charles Bronson about bare knuckle boxing in the 1920s. This is a completely different kind of movie. This is a sort of, excuse me, a sort of neo-noir crime drama about a getaway driver who is being chased or being set up by the police, so the police are able to catch him. It stars Ryan O'Neal, Isabella Gianni, and what's his name? Bruce Dern. It's The Driver. This film is amazing. Such a good movie. And I watched this the other night. This is a 4K restoration. I don't know if you can see that. It says 4K restoration at the top. This film looks absolutely gorgeous. It's just a good movie. And it reminded me of how much I loved Walter Hill as a filmmaker. And just remembering like the stuff that he made. So he made like Hard Times, he made The Driver, then he made The Warriors, then he made 48 Hours, then he made Southern Comfort, Streets of Fire, Red Heat. Just the list goes on and on and on. Obviously like The Long Riders as well, which is a great Western, sort of like revisionist Western, I guess you could say. And it just reminded me how good a director Walter Hill was. Not is, was. Because the last few films that Walter Hill has made have been absolute travesties. That being Bullet to the Head, or Bullet in the Head, starring Sylvester Stallone, which is a crap movie. I thought it was great when I first saw it. On subsequent viewings, I realised how bad a film that was, and that Hill just seemed sort of like a gun for hire on that film. Then he made a film called Tomboy, or Reassignment, where what's her name? Michelle Rodriguez plays an assassin who is there, who does something and has her gender reassigned. It's fucking awful. It's a terrible movie. And he's recently done a Western called Dead for a Dollar, which I think had a different name prior to that, which has Christoph Waltz and Willem Dafoe. But to look at like Walter Hill's filmography from his film debut as a film director, being Hard Times, and then following it up with The Driver, is unbelievable. And then The Warriors, yeah, it's fun. It's like his original few movies are just phenomenally amazing, and it influences me on my writing, and it influenced me as a wannabe filmmaker, I guess. because I'm very much into that genre side of cinema. I'd rather make a film like The Driver than make a film that is sort of arty and like more like the indie type of films that you'd see, like an Ari Aster type of movie or something like that. I would go straight full on genre. I'm a Tarantino student through and through, I guess you could say. But absolutely stunning restoration on 4K restoration on this. And kind of sad that I didn't pick up the 4K now I'm thinking of it. But the 1080p Blu-ray just looks amazing on the television. Great movie, by the way. Just so good. Oops. This next one is Dune. This is the High Flyers release. This is in widescreen. This is, I think it's the director's cut. This is the old Blu-ray. This was released a few years back. I think it was released in 2016. This was released in 2016. It did me well. But I had to upgrade Dune to the Arrow release because this was on offer. I think it was $8.99. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get it. It was from HMV, and it just seemed like a no-brainer. I mean, I love Dune, the original one. I think this is, like, when I first saw it, I wasn't really sure what I was watching. In fact, I've got, let me move Batman out of the way. I actually have the remake of Dune, and I say remake of Dune, a new adaptation of Dune, and I've never watched it, but everyone keeps telling me to watch it because the second one's incredible. But this has been sat on my shelf for like a year, and I just haven't got around to watching it. But in that year, I've watched the original David Lynch Dune twice on this Blu-ray. So now that I've got an even better quality version, and one that has an absolute boatload of extras, it just seemed like a no-brainer to upgrade. And it is a good film, even if David Lynch dislikes the movie himself. So that's the upgrade. So Dune on Arrow. I can fit it in with the Arrow releases now, which is fantastic. Then this next one. Sorry, itchy eye. So this is my copy of Flash Gordon. I bought this ages ago. I bought this when it came out in, I'm trying to find the year this was released. But put it this way, it's the Optimum releasing disc. They don't exist as a company anymore. And again, this has done me all right for the last however many years that I've had it. But this absolute beauty of a box is a stunning package. This is the 4K Ultra HD limited edition. I say limited edition. Is it limited edition? I'm guessing it's limited edition. This was on offer on Amazon Lightning deals. It was reduced from $49.99 to £31. And I was like, I gotta fucking get it. Like, I love this movie. I love Flash Gordon. I've got the DVD. I've got that Blu-ray. But this from Studio Canal is just absolutely fantastic. Ornella Muti, Max von Sydow on the back. And I don't want to kind of open everything because I don't want everything to just fly everywhere. But look at it. This is 5 discs. It's got the UHD. It's got the Blu-ray. It's got the special features. And I believe it also has the documentary about Sam Jones, which is Life After Flash. Yeah, Life After Flash. And to make it even more of a bonus buy, of a like must buy purchase, it also has the soundtrack by Queen on there, or in there as the 5th disc. But I'm so glad that I have this. I wanted this so much when it came out, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it. I know that this is basically the exact same release as Arrow's US 4K, but whereas I think that was up to 3 discs, this is 5 discs. And it's just look at the cover. So gorgeous, and it's going to fit and sit like a bouse on the shelf. I can't fit it in at the moment because I need to maneuver stuff around. But look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. So that's Flash Gordon, and this again is another absolutely like just a great little release with a fancy hard box. But what really made this look, what made me want to buy this, is the fact that it had the original poster artwork on the front. This is Mad Max. This is the 4K Ultra HD. Let me get it out. 4K Ultra HD release of the original Mad Max. I will be buying the Road Warrior and Thunderdome within the next few months. In fact, I will be ordering Road Warrior next Friday, I think, because it's payday and I can make sure that the money's there. But this is such a nice package, a nice box, with especially with the like the hard box and the original artwork, and on the back it's got a fuel injected suicide machine. It's just so good. It's so good. But I'm kind of annoyed by the case itself, because it doesn't have this original artwork. It would have been so much nicer if this artwork was on this instead of this photoshopped cover. I'm not such a fan of Photoshop covers. I think they're overused and quite ugly at times, but you see them more and more on physical releases. I don't know if I did show these last time. I know these were in my Star Wars video, but it's the theatrical releases, the limited edition special editions of the original Star Wars trilogy. I picked these up at a super duper cheap price, less than £6 for all three of these, I think it was. But these I showed in the Star Wars collection video, and my voice is now starting to go really croaky because obviously I've been ill. And it does have the theatrical releases, the 1977, 1980 and 1983 releases. But they're not in any form of like remaster, as you're probably aware. They are just straight up, I think they just transferred the 35mm negs onto digital and just whacked them on a disc, because there's no cleanup or anything done on it. In fact, the aspect ratios, it doesn't even fill your TV. You have to zoom your TV in, but it's not a problem. It's the original versions, unaltered by George Lucas, on disc, available to watch. So yeah, there we go. That is my my update. What the fuck have I bought for this month? There will be another one next month when the 3 that I ordered from Germany finally arrive. Sorry again, like it's been so long since I did a video, but due to illness and work, it's been quite difficult to find the time. The only reason I've done this now is because I am feeling a lot better, even if my voice is still quite croaky. But yeah, thanks. I was quite surprised with the last video, because there didn't seem to be a huge amount of interest, which I was quite surprised at, because Star Wars is a very big topic to talk about and to go into. But then I really thought about the Star Wars video, and thought that there's so many videos on so many channels specifically dedicated to Star Wars. Why would mine stand out? So that was a part 1. I'm not going to do a part 2 or a part 3 where I look at each individual trilogy, because it doesn't seem to be worth it. But I will try and get back to doing some more sort of regular videos. It's just these last couple of weeks have been quite hard. Work has been horrendously busy, and we've got Easter coming up, so that's not going to be very helpful. But these are my pickups. Wait till next month and we'll see what else I get. I've got some really cool stuff coming from Germany, by the way. Stuff that I really wanted for a long time that I managed to get at a cheaper price than I was expecting to pay. So, as usual, thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And like my Akira t-shirt, It's badass. As usual, I'm going to throw up the peace sign. I'm out. Thanks a lot.